Hello guys, welcome back once again to this new tarot reading. And today I'm going to do a request because since yesterday I started doing readings for a member of SF9. Today I'm going to continue with Taeyang. Let's see a bit about him. I have seen a bit about his astrological birth chart, and he is a Pisces with the moon in Scorpio. I believe his Venus is also in Pisces and Mars in Libra. So definitely he has a lot of like beauty planets. So I'm sure he's striking as beautiful and very dreamy and ethereal, like a Pisces, like all the Pisces men are. But at the same time a little bit intense when it comes to maybe the way he stares or the way he looks at you. His eyes must be really intense, like an intense kind of way of looking at you. That's very moon in Scorpio. Generally people that are moon in Scorpio tend to have very piercing eyes. It doesn't matter what color they are. So let's talk a bit about him. The cards that came out for him first is Whisperer, Queen, and Athlete. So he definitely is a very talented um, guy. He has a lot of attributes, and he also has a. He's really good at convincing people. I believe he's also a good mediator. Maybe that's his Mars in Libra, but he does have a very he has like the right tone or the or a very soothing voice that somehow whenever he says something or whenever he talks he's very convincing. um I don't think he uses it that much, but for example whenever he has to express his opinions he definitely has a lot of influence, or there's something about him and the way he delivers the words that he is able to connect with others, and the others received very well his opinions or his ideas. Like I said, from what I could see, they SF9 and the other group that I'm starting to read on, also the voice, they are a lot of people in the group. There are a lot of young men in that group. So like I always say, when there's a lot of members, everyone is different. Everyone has their own energies, their own. Um, I mean, they do have a goal as a group, but they definitely each of them have their own personalities and what makes them different and apart from each other. So, and also when we think about backgrounds, also is very important. Um, I think that when you probably have people that are others are born and raised in Korea and others are foreigners or have lived in other countries besides Korea, I think that that makes them really different when it comes to their the way they view life. Maybe some are more flexible or are more experienced in like different cultural ways of behaving or reacting, and maybe some others are more traditional. So I think I don't know about Taeyong. I don't know where if he is a foreigner or not, or if he was brought up in America or not. I don't think so, but definitely there's an aspect of that he looks pretty exotic. Like his actually his features, he looks pretty exotic. He looks very elegant. That's why when I saw all this Mars in Libra and this Pisces energy, he gives me very gentleman vibes, like very pretty boy. um but also here with the queen, with the archetype of the queen, I think that he's very highly aware of his looks. When you have the archetype of the queen, is that you do have the ability to take care of others, and actually you are kind of like a motherly figure, but at the same time, the queen archetype, it's also about opulence, and it's all about feeling really good about yourself, and also like being really expressive when it comes to your attributes. It's like you are on this pedestal almost, you are in this privileged position because people claim that you are this powerful person. So I think that he may get a lot of compliments, and he may feel like really lucky about everything he had accomplished with being popular, or with being um, who he is. So sorry for the interruption, guys. My battery just died a bit, so I had to restart. So like I was saying, he definitely with the archetype of the queen, he feels really comfortable in this position of knowing that he has this magnetism or this popularity about him. So he definitely knows how to use it in his benefit, and he feels really comfortable with being called handsome or pretty, or of being complimented. I think he likes to be praised. There's something about him that he feels really proud about it, and he also takes good care of himself. I think that he definitely someone that he takes care of himself, because when we see the last archetype is the athlete archetype, it means that he definitely worked with his body, in the sense that he could do like very intensive training or workout. He goes to the gym, and he does have like this kind of routines about taking care of his appearance, because actually I believe that he is also very competitive, and he likes to win, he likes to be praised, he likes to be the best he can be. Actually, he doesn't compete with others, he just competes with himself. I think that he just loves the idea to uh, train his body, or to make his body stronger, or to build his body in a certain way for him to have a lot of endurance, especially when he's performing. So for him, is very important. Image is really important. That's what I can see. I don't know if maybe I didn't see if he had any Leo planets, but he could be a rising, Leo rising, because there's a pride about him. There's something like a bit of show off. Like, yes, I know I'm handsome. Or yes, I know I got it. I know I can conquer you. I know I can seduce you. Something like this. So let's see a bit the cards that came out for him in the tarot. He got the Three of Pentacles, the Five of Wands, the Wheel of Fortune, the Page of Swords, the Nine of Pentacles, the Hangman, the Six of Cups, the Queen of Swords, the Seven of Wands, and uh, the the Tower. So, from what I could see in this first row, in these first four cards, I see that they are putting a lot of effort in this process, and they will continue to put a lot of effort in when it comes to. I believe that they are in Kingdom also. I think I saw them, but there's something about the dynamic of the group that is not working, and I think that in this show somehow that can be seen, that they are not, I think that they are not getting along. And actually it's not about that they don't like each other, it's about that their egos are constantly clashing. I believe that they are not like openly discussing or openly having an argument or a conversation. but is what they don't say or is what they keep inside was causing the commotion or was causing the drama. I think that there are a few of them that they gather together. They have like these small groups within the large group. So they're like, oh, these two against the other two, and the other three against this one. So it's a bit childish. The energy feels a bit childish, despite of them looking really mature outside in the physical or in appearance. There's a bit of childish behavior here, and also there's a bit of um, being really ambitious or maybe being really competitive, but at the same time seeing the others as your competition. Like for example, I don't know, they wanted to win or they wanted to rank higher, for example, in Kingdom. And instead of like, it's like they blame themselves too much. They are like, oh, I didn't make it because this one member messed up this part, or he didn't do as he was told, or he didn't pull this off, and it's like they are blaming each other, and I think that that's the problem. I think that there's someone in the company, probably an adult or someone that is in charge, that is starting to realize this, and actually has been monitoring this process of them very close, and about how they dealt with the frustration of actually I don't know, mistakes being made or some lack of coordination, because actually they are very their act is very well put together. Actually, they are very uh, but it's just that there are a lot of egos in there. There's a lot of them think really high of themselves. This is the truth. So it's like everyone feels like entitled to point the other person's mistakes. Like, oh, I did my part. I did it just well. It was you, the one that that didn't you didn't give your best. And like I said, the sad part is that they don't say it to each other's face. They are just waiting for things to just move on and just eventually uh like move on to the next chapter, and actually the grudge is still there, or the resentment is still there. So I think there's someone that is going to intervene, like some kind of manager or someone is going to actually be talking to them about it, because they need to work on their inner in the dynamic of the group. And I'm not talking about the teamwork. I'm not talking about the the rehearsals or the physical aspect of the performance. I'm talking about the synastry of the group. I think that there are people that feel like their opinions have more weight or have more impact than the others. So this is when the egos start to clash, because yes, maybe there are other members that are not very expressive or talkative, but they're also putting the effort for that specific person to shine. It's not that they all have to shine equally. There's a lot of people that a lot of members that they tend to be like the most introvert. They try to always stay in the back so that the other person, the center, can shine, because the center wouldn't be able to shine if it was in his own. They shine because they have a group of people around them that are enable them to do so. And this is also part of the group dynamics, because if they all were centers, they would just I don't know, they would fight. They would, I don't know, they would attack each other. So I think that they need to have a serious talk, and I believe that they will, because they are like a huge a few people that have certain attitude. So I think that needs to be like controlled. Like these people need to be like, I don't know if it's like you giving them like a small talk, or just like punishing them or being like, oh, you shouldn't be like this. I don't think it's about that, but I think that they need to be, uh, there has to be a talk. There has to be a conversation because the ones that gets frustrated the most is the most silent ones, that they feel like they have no place or they feel out of place, and they don't feel they have the right to say or to speak their mind. um so I don't know why I feel like he is in one of these like small groups of free members, probably, that he gets along very well with two, and the three of them, they are like always like looking at the others. I don't know why, but this is how I got it. And the other cards is the Nine of Pentacles, the Hangman, and the Six of Swords. So yes, I think that um the Knight of Pentacles, it's a card that it's amazing, it's very positive, and it's really bright because it talks about how you owning your own power, and actually you knowing that you have everything it takes to be successful. It's like when you see everything that you had conquered or everything that you had accomplished, and you are surrounded by that magnificent. It's about feeling magnificent, it's about feeling your best, feeling with really high self-esteem, and feeling really great about you. And I believe that this card also came for Channing. That this also talk a bit about him actually thinking aloud about how he can improve himself to be, um, to him being better. So I think that in the case of Taeyong, there's something also about here about valuing himself a lot, or actually thinking that he is really good, because actually he is. But the fact is that he is part of this group, and this group, like always say, there's a lot of members. So it's not always about the saints that they could have this moment to shine. There has to be a consideration for the others too. And I feel like also there's something about that he also is watching others that are doing like other activities on their own, or maybe they are modeling or something like that, or acting, and he actually wants that for himself also. He wants to stand out, he wants to do things. Um Actually, I don't know why I have the feeling, did he start as a model or something like that? Because there's something about beauty, and there's something about being really praised, or having like a lot of um invitations, or something that is like, oh, we would like you to come to work for us, or we would like to use your image for this and that, for this product. um because I don't know about them. I know he's one of the handsome members, but I don't know about how his training process starts. I don't even know what he does. Is he a singer, is he a rapper? I don't know, is he the main dancer? I'm just blind here, guys. Sorry. Please educate me if there are fans here. Please educate me about SF9, because I'm starting. So I don't want to be disrespectful, but I just don't know anything except from what I'm getting as with my intuition and energetically. So then we have the Queen of Swords, and also the Seven of Wands and the Tower. So yes, I believe there's something that's going to happen about justice. So he will be very on the defensive about this. I don't know if maybe he will have a serious conversation with someone that is going to be very direct and also very strict with him. Especially it's a female and it's a very strong figure, that she will be like lecturing him, like you cannot do this, you can, like trying to tell him what he can and he cannot do. So I think that he will feel a bit disappointed. He will feel a lot of anger, especially because with this tower here, I think that there's something that he was used to do, or he was used to participate in, maybe other activity, that maybe this person will be like, no, we need you to concentrate more on the group, or we need you to do more presentations with the group, so you cannot do this that you were doing on the side. So he will feel like really like on the self defense. He will feel really, actually he will get really upset about it, because he's putting a lot of effort to trying to be a professional that is good in different areas. I think that from what I could see, with these young idols, or from these new groups, especially the groups of the fourth generation of K-pop, they are really young and they are really ambitious. That's one thing that I can see the most, that is very outstanding. It's the amount of ambition they choose. They don't sit around to wait for opportunities to come to them. They go and they look for it. They are also very strategic. They know that networking and good relationships with others, and always be socializing, and always trying to be friends with different kinds of people in the industry, and trying to, it's like a way to differentiate themselves from the image of being part of a group, you know. um but I think that they all have, or some of them at least, I see this amount of ambition, which what my advice would be in this case is that they need to slow down a bit. I'm sure they have the reasons. I'm sure they do it because of money, because I think that some of them, maybe they are supporting their families, or maybe they are paying debts. I believe that each of them must have a reason about why they want to do a lot of presentations, activities, side jobs, like trying to gain more popularity, to get more deals, to get more gigs. I think that they definitely are in searching for promotion, because they must have in their personal history some kind of thing with money that they need to pay, or maybe they are like this main source of financial security for their families. So that's why I don't want to judge their intentions, because we don't know their circumstances, we don't know their personal circumstances. So when I say the word ambition, or when I say greedy, I don't mean it like in a way of attacking that aspect of themselves. I'm saying that they are really focused about using their popularity to promote themselves and their image a lot more. So I think that it's okay that they are very active about it. um I don't know, I will have to see the other members, just so I can compare if they are all in the same page. But from what I could see, for example, in the case of that I did yesterday, I did the voice Eric, and I did his teammate Chani. I see a lot of ambition. So it must be like, there must be a reason why this. So I think that they are also very independent young men. I think that they are very realistic in the way that they know they are no fools, in the sense that I don't know if maybe they have someone that advises them when it comes to legal matters, or about their own rights, but I do believe that they do have a lot of information about their rights. So for example, I don't see them like being this uh it's like, yes, they are signed to the company, but they are also very well aware of their rights. and not only the responsibilities with the contract, but also their rights. So I think that they also are really smart. I think this generation of idols will be a huge challenge for these companies, because I don't think that they will be able to trick the boys despite of them being really young. I don't think they will trick them easily. I think that this generation is really well prepared. They are very educated, or they have people around them, like family members or other people that just know about how the industry works and know about these small details, so they would know how to defend themselves in the case of any kind of mistreatment, or any kind of maybe if they're facing a moment where they feel restricted. So in the case, for example, in the case of the last cards that I see for Taeyong, that I see this person like coming to him from this place of being like the law, or being someone that it's like the CEO or something like that, telling him like, no, you are not going to continue doing this, you have to do things this way. I see this tower here like saying like something is going to change, like he definitely is not going to take it very well. So there's something about that interaction that is going to be very chaotic, in the sense that maybe they will have some kind of argument, or he will actually get really upset, and he will, I'm not saying that he will leave the group, no, nothing like that, but there's something about his perception of that person in particular that is like going after him and being like, oh no, you cannot do this, you're, and acting almost like a judge, like judging him. I think he will like lose respect for that person, or something will break, something will happen that he will be like, oh, oh, now I finally see how you are, or who you are, and I don't like you. I decided that I don't like the way you handle things, or the way you spoke to me. I don't like it. The tone you use, I don't like it. So there's going to be a break there, like there's going to be like a crack, like a separation. So we'll see what this is about. So I'm going to leave it here, guys. I hope that you enjoyed it, and if you did, you know that in the comment sections I always read you, and I'm interested in knowing about how you think, if you're a fan of them, how you feel about this, and also if you want to recommend me other members. Have patience with me, because I have a lot of work to do, and I have other groups also that I have to do readings for. So, but I want to be consistent with this, so I don't leave any member like out of place and without the reading. So I'll see you in the next video. Bye.